pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The general account, $690,684.40. The municipal court fund, $76,750.04. The correction, $6,340.18. Cash bond, $6,736.71. Judicial court, $3,234.83. 4 and 5 cent gas, $35,510.69. 7 cent gas, $14,214.07. Rebuild Alabama, $46,015.71. Capital savings account, $35,086.06. The sewer capital fund, $33,815.15. The CDGB grants, $50.02. American Rescue Plan Act, $239,465.78. The state order account, $51,137.13, for a grand total of $1,239,040.77.
All right, do I have a motion to accept the bank balance and minutes for all the meetings and work sessions? Motion. Got a motion, got a second?
Second.
Motion second by Tim and Terry. All in favor? All right, we'll go around the room here. Let's see. Mr. Keel, you got anything?
I know, but she's got the keys and everything, correct?
I do have one thing to say.
Okay.
You told me, not on one occasion, but on 2 different occasions, that before any of this would go through, you would talk to Jason and I, and you have yet to do it. Can you explain to me why? That's all I'm asking.
I just don't recall that, so.
Sir, you can go back and look, because you actually said it during our meeting in September, and I actually came up to you in October and personally came up to you after the meeting, and I asked you, and you said yes, that you would. So that's 2 different occasions.
Okay.
So can you explain to me why you just don't feel the need to talk to Jason and I about the rec center?
We can talk about it all you want. We can talk about it after this meeting.
Well, why haven't we done it before?
So anyway.
No, I want an answer.
I just forgot, I guess.
You didn't forget.
It works both ways, right? I'm not even gonna get into this with you. It works both
Well,
ways.
no.
You could've came back to me and said you were gonna talk to me, then I would've talked to you.
But you actually told me you would talk to us.
I apologize.
I don't, okay.
Ms. Gross, Mr. Gross, y'all have anything? All right. Let's see. Stanley, do you have anything?
Mr. Groves.
Yes, sir, I'm here just, one more time to ask if anything's gonna be done to clean up that mess behind me where the water's standing. I did talk to Jake a couple of weeks ago, and he was gonna get with the contractor, and then he texted me and said he was in COVID isolation, so I assume he might still be, I don't know. But it's been about 9 months now, and there's not been a day that there's not been standing water there. At first, they were gonna wait till it dried up enough to work. It hadn't happened, it's not gonna happen until it fixes drainage. I talked to Buddy Tabor again, and he agrees that what happened was they stopped the natural drainage when they cleared that utility right away. And I've got my rubber boots and waded mud that deep in water, and it's pretty easy to see. That property used to drain to the north to that ditch along Honeysuckle Lane. They stopped that drainage when they grubbed that easement off. And it's not gonna drain until they come up there and cut a ditch or something. So waiting again's not gonna fix it.
That is a spot right now, if I look at it, because that's definitely the, like Sandy said, the water, don't flow like it used to, this, yeah, there's flowing water to the honeysuckle.
I know the health department's been in touch with the contractor.
They've been out there 4 different times that I know of and took pictures. They keep waiting until it, hadn't rained for a period of time to make sure it's not just, temporary standing water.
Right.
And every time it's still water. I guess the shallowest it gets is ankle deep, and it's not going to drain until and it's not going to be as easy as digging in dry dirt.
Right.
But they can cut a ditch through it, it won't have to be a foot deep. There's, you know, and it will drain it.
Got ditch from there to Honeysuckle.
Yeah, they can go along the utility easement from east to west, and then where it turns right to come, you know, across Honeysuckle. That area's already cleared. That's not where it used to drain. It used to just go straight west across the property, but it'll work, and it'll probably be the simplest thing to do.
I'll get with Jay to make sure we get that set up as soon as we can.
Appreciate it.
Alright, let's see. Next. We'll go over the items on the agenda. So we've got ordinance number 22-0001. Which is a severe weather preparedness tax holiday. So it's from, February 25th to the 27th, 2022. And then we're gonna put it in place annually, so we don't have to pass ordinance every year for it. So, do I have a motion to consider ordinance number 22-001?
Motion.
All right, I got a motion to consider. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Do I have a motion to adopt 22-001?
Motion.
Got a motion to adopt?
Second.
Got a motion and a second? All in favor? All right, so ordinance 22-002. Which is the, adding penalties to the junk ordinance. Which is, I think it was brought last time or time before, council meeting. So, do I have a motion to consider ordinance 22-002?
Motion to consider ordinance number 22-0002.
I have a motion, I have a second.
Second.
I got a second, all in favor? All right, do I have a motion to adopt 22-002?
Motion to adopt ordinance number 22-0002.
All right, I got a motion from Tim to adopt, I have a second.
Second.
You got a second, all in favor? All right, ordinance number 22-003. No parking sign under Old Cove Road Bridge. So this just says parking without owner's written consent will result in towing, right?
At the owner of the vehicle's expense, yes.
Right. Okay. Do I have a motion to consider ordinance number 22-003?
Motion to consider.
All right, I got a motion to consider from Larry, do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Tim, all in favor? Do I have a motion to adopt 22-2?
Quick question. This is on the property under that bridge, and all that's private property, correct?
Right.
So it is all private property, that's stated, okay.
Right.
So what if- So you can't go down there and fish anymore?
You can't leave unparked, unoccupied cars there.
Fish from the car. Okay, I can roll down the window, there'll be a line
Yeah, you can roll down the window and fish.
As long as you stay with your vehicle, you're good. It's the people who are leaving their vehicle and
kayak.
kayaking down, getting a ride up to the other end.
Because what they're doing is they're blocking the entrance and Wilson cannot get his equipment in there to do his fields.
All right, so I got a motion considered, I have a motion to adopt ordinance 22-003.
Motion to adopt ordinance number 22-0003.
I got a motion, I have a second.
Second.
Second from Terry, all in favor? All right, ordinance number
to be.
Oh, that's what I'm saying, what it used to be and what it's going to.
Okay, but this is a long time ago, used to be.
Well, it was in 2015.
Right, and it's currently up to $40 plus that. Let me get to that.
Okay. It was last increased 2015 from a base 35 to 40.
Right, and then at some point in time in 2014, wait a minute. I think I misread it. I've miswritten it, Christie.
Yeah, you miswritten it.
I miswrote it. We need to change that because it wasn't that, and then it went to the 40 in the February of 2015, and that's where it is now. So that does need to be reworded, sir.
So we
Okay.
table it till
Yeah,
we
we'll
read about
table
it.
it the next one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
All right, resolution 22-001, revolving line of credit.
That's the same number.
It's an ordinance versus a resolution. I was looking at that too, intriguing. So this is setting up a revolving line of credit for Cass Lane.
The money is for what use?
For type of emergency fund if needed. We have it at a set rate. And it's renewable every year. So, what do you guys think? Yeah. Terry?
I'm not totally understanding why we need to have a line of credit if we don't have a use for it, yes, where I'm at. So,
It was, if we have a need for it, we have a locked in line of credit interest rate before it goes up. So that's where we're at. That's all it is. So, do I have a motion to pass resolution 22-001?
motion.
I got a motion from Larry, do I have a second? Second from Tim, all in favor?
That's not fair.
Christie?
Did not pass.
Didn't pass?
No, sir.
That's fine. That's fine.
We've always had that, huh?
No, we haven't. All right, resolution 22-002, which is adding Miss Laura Martin, one of our assistant clerks, to the checking account so she can have access to her bank account, sign checks, and all that kind of good stuff. Do I have a motion to pass resolution 22-002?
Motion. Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor? Alright. So we've got a job posting here for public works laborer. Sherry, you wanna tell us about this?
Yes, we're looking for someone to not exceed $100, start at $14 an hour. And one of the primary duties would help patch from the roads. The county's doing all they can, and they're just far behind. And the idea is to hire someone who can work with the county, start trying to patch some of the holes. I talk to the county all the time, they got a list as long as my arm, they just can't get to it. But the idea is hire some kind of part-time, no benefits, that could work part-time, and fill as many of the potholes we can, try to stay at least caught up. And when not doing that, there's a lot of other things that need to be helped with road signs and they'd be a general maintenance person part-time for any other things that need to be done.
That includes mosquito spraying too.
Mosquito spraying and would be included.
Meter reading.
Right.
And, property violations,
Okay.
such as like tall grass, things like that we have a lot of hard time keeping up with in the summer.
There's a list of things other than just that, primarily the idea behind the whole driving factory, trying to get the roads caught up with. And there's a lot of little odds and ends that would really help the city out, because like you said, enforcing some of the ordinance and stuff, reading meters and things like that, that they could do as a part-time person instead of a full-time person doing it.
Who would this person report to? This person would report to Christie.
Work directly with Christie, she would have a list of what needs to be done. Instead of anybody else trying to, too many bosses, nothing happens. We have one that just kind of takes care of it. And work with Christie, she would really want to keep up with hours, make sure payroll's right, and a list of what needs to be done. So it just makes sense that she would work directly with Christie. As if she doesn't have enough to do.
So what do we think? Who would be the hiring of this person? Christie.
It would be me, and I would choose somebody else to help do the interviewing.
Okay.
I wouldn't do the interview on my own, I think that's,
Yeah.
yeah. I think it needs to be a couple of council members, maybe Jason and someone else.
If they go through the regular passion drug test, have good driver's license, good background checks and all that, they'd have the whole 9 yards, like full-time employees. And be subject to random drug tests and all that like regular employees. So it'd be the normal hiring procedure, Christie and some of us. Need to vote on it or something more. I think it's something we need.
So we can put it before motion and see. Let's see, so all in favor of creating a job rec for maintenance? The maintenance man, we'll say, streets and maintenance, but he's got all these other duties under this job posting. All in favor of that? I have a motion to go forward with that. All right, got a motion from Terry, do I have a second? Second from Larry, all in favor? All right.
Mayor, did you vote?
I did. Alright, so next we have the, brush truck overall and department transfer, Terry.
The, volunteer fire department is agreed to let us have the 554 with the engine blown up in. For a labor truck, and we can refurbish it cheaper than buy one. We have an engine, a list of things, buy another engine, installing it. Removing all the fire department lettering, re-lettering it, to have new tires where it's set, odds and ends you never run into. Looks like the total will be $20,850. I'd like to not to exceed 21. And this would get a truck that would haul anything we want to. Asphalt's heavy to start with. New trucks around $50,000. And it would make a truck that we could use for a lot of things, but all the fire department stuff would come out, that's all part of this, between in here. All the fire department lettering, tanks and all that would come off the flatbed truck. And talk with Shannon, the fire department, just to give us a truck for a lot less money, that we could use around here for like road repair and sign repair and whatever else it would need.
Good. So, I have a motion to, okay, go ahead, you got questions?
So we're gonna do away with the brush truck or get another brush truck?
Well, eventually we probably have to buy another brush truck. The problem with this is these motors are not reliable. We could fix it up and keep the brush truck. The problem is, using it like we would use a brush truck, it probably wouldn't last. That's 606 series motors, or if it breaks down, it's winning how much it costs you. That's the reason we decided not to fix it to start with, but using it around here. If it broke down, it's not a fire emergency. So, that's, eventually, we would probably have to have some type of brush truck. Once we get the, once across those all people, city department started, established, at that point, we would probably have to have a brush truck.
So, do I have a motion to refurbish the brush truck and make it a public works maintenance truck?
Motion.
Got a motion from Terry, do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Tim, all in favor? So we've got a quote here for $4,100 for paving the portion of Old 431 down next to Garland Elders where the bridge went out. We've also got to talk with somebody the county recommended about putting a guardrail back up there. So they don't have that number to go with that, but we got 4,100 to do the paving. Terry, how would you like to handle that?
My understanding, paving wouldn't affect the guardrails going up.
Okay.
We had talked to county and how we allocated money for those guardrails. I guess we just need to, we already allocated money for the guardrails, it's just a matter of getting them put up.
Right.
We do need to get that road paved, it's just gonna get worse.
Right.
So, what I understand, it will not affect the guardrails going up, and just make the road a lot better.
Okay. So do I have a motion to approve YNS paving, said location of Old 431 for $4,100?
Motion.
Got a motion from Mary, do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Tim, all in favor? Alright, so, we got a meeting tomorrow with Jeff Rich, Craig Hill, and Jeffrey Bess at 12 o'clock at the courthouse with Matt and or Tom there to discuss negotiations of the New Hope Rec Center working out of the Honest Crossroads Rec Center, which is merging, and it's my understanding that, I guess we're all good with that. Okay. I don't know whether we need to vote, that's just what you guys know, that's what we're gonna.
Some of the wordage on this, they're supposed to change, and weren't changed, doesn't matter on this.
So let's go through
I
that.
was gonna ask them, I'd actually rather ask them, if we're not here, I can't ask them, so,
Okay.
it's just clarification on my part.
Okay. We'll combine them one and we can call, you need some clarification.
we haven't actually voted on it.
Right. Alright. Let's see. And the annexation's still in discussion, so there's nothing there.
It's just the lawyers.
Table that for the next time. Let's see. Chrissy, what do we have for West Rockwell School?
In November, you'll pass School Choice Week proclamation, recognizing Owens Crossroads School here in Owens Crossroads. It serves not only the city of Owens Crossroads, but the surrounding county children as well. And we were discussing that you can proclaim it all day long, but how does the city support it? And so, me and Elizabeth Craig and Laura Martin met with Adam Hampton and their vice principal back before Christmas, I believe, and talked to them about what they might need. And they stated that, you know, a lot of times people think schools need books and technology and that type of stuff, but they actually are really maxed out on all that because they're a Title I school, and because of all the grant writing that the people at the Care Center and different places like that help them with. And they said that right now they're finishing up a lunchroom update, and they're really wanting to start a playground update. And they're looking at upwards of $30,000, and the three of us are requesting and suggesting $1,000 donation from the city to the playground updating project because it serves all of our children.
Any discussion? Terry, you good? Terry, you good? All right, I have a motion to donate $1,000 to the West Crossroads School for, updating their, playground. Motion. Got a motion from Tim, and a second. Second from Larry, all in favor? All right, Christie, you got the next one?
Sure. The New Hope High School cheerleaders are raising money for their national cheerleading championship. And, they're just requesting any type of donation, and we're suggesting a $500 donation to support those girls at their championship event in Orlando.
Question I would have, with that set of presidents, we have to donate to anybody that asks.
No, but that's our high school, that's where all of our kids in our city go to.
Well, I'm not arguing that.
Oh, no, sir.
It's a council vote.
Yeah. No precedence is set because it has to be voted every time.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's just an automatic assumption.
Okay. I didn't want to get into that, people thought that everybody would come up here. and-
Yes, sir.
If you give it to the chip, and I'm not, I mean, how many $1,000 I raised for high school, I'm telling you, they,
Right.
two sisters beyond me, and everything you can think of, hours I spent raising money, I'm told. But I didn't want someone to say, well, you donated to cheerleaders, why can't you donate to us? That's what I didn't have.
Choose different things every year. You only have so much in a donation budget, so.
Okay. Got a motion to donate $500 to the New York cheerleading squad. Motion. Got a motion from Tim, do I have a second? Second from Larry, all in favor?
Yes, sir.
All right, we got a report from Shannon about the fire department.
Shannon said in the email this report in, and I included it there for y'all to review.
Mr. Gaines, you got anything for us?
No, sir.
Mr. Craig, you got anything for us? Chief, you got anything?
Just a monthly report. You guys had 71 traffic stops, 26 written warnings, 47 traffic citations, 9 arrests, 28 case reports, and 212 calls for service. And our new officer has begun his, full-time duties and has completed his training.
Is there any control cost to it, not?
It is,
Okay.
it's still in
Let's talk
Texas.
about that.
Yeah, it's still in Texas waiting. And I'd actually consider maybe going with the Fords, with the Explorers. I talked with Woody Anderson, and they said they could probably get us one, or could get us one within about 3 months. The only issue is the one that's in Texas, we've already pre-purchased all the equipment to go in it, which is at Sharps Communications right now, waiting on the vehicle. I asked Sharps how hard that would be to return it or to, reimburse us or sell it and reimburse us. And they said it would be a nightmare and very, very hard to do, so kind of stuck with that one. I am waiting, the one that's supposedly being built in March, I'm gonna contact, Chevrolet and see if they can guarantee it to me within, a couple of months. If they can't guarantee it to me within a couple of months, then more than likely we'll start, go into agreement with Ford if allowed. Because, in which the Ford it's an all-wheel drive, they've made them a lot wider, a lot bigger body base now than what they were, so pretty much, they're not as big as a Tahoe, don't get me wrong, and you are gonna lose some space, but overall, it's still a good quality vehicle. I've talked with other departments, the sheriff, and, other cities, and they all seem to like them, haven't had any issues with them, as of yet, so that's where I'm at on that.
Teresa, you got anything?
I mailed out over 750 business license renewal notifications the second week of December. So far, I've kind of jokingly started to tally on my desk, and I'm up to over 80 businesses that had called complaining that they did not get, or just stating that they did not get their business license renewal form. So, called post office, and the post office was not very, I don't want to put it, forthcoming or sympathetic. They weren't very sympathetic or helpful. She actually suggested that if they were that important, we should have mailed all 750 plus certified return receipt requested, and that's not an option. So anyhow, if you have a business and you did not get a new renewal form, please know that you're still liable, just like if you have a regular utility bill or anything, you're still liable for having it renewed. I have had a number of them come in, but I'm a little concerned because last year I already had a whole lot more in than what I've got in this year. So that's all I got to say about that.
Oh, do you have anything?
I have a question about that. Would there be, I know Athens did, would there be a extension on there because of the mail situation?
Yeah, they're that,
Okay?
if they don't receive it,
Okay.
if they don't come in and claim it.
So do you have a suggestion on what that extension needs to be?
Couple weeks.
2 weeks, so mid-February instead of February 1. Okay.
Anything else, Chris? Chris, you got anything? CT, we missed you, you got anything?
Hiding in the corner. Building of the last bay of that building is boxed in, all the doors are installed, everything is clean, we're getting ready to pour a skirt, 64 feet long, 6.5 feet wide in front of it. I've talked with George Collier about doing that. His estimate's around $2,800, concrete forming it, framing it, wrecking it, concrete with fiber. And then I talked with Todd Pinkerton today, he's in Dallas, Texas. He hasn't forgot about our disconnect. And when he gets home, he's gonna come see about putting the lights and another thing, and I'll take care of wiring all the plugs whenever I find out where Shannon wants the plugs and where we figure we need. And then I can start building the racks in the latest building, transfer all the stuff that's in the pole barn now, the Christmas decorations and everything, the signage and everything, get it all wrapped, and put it in another building, be organized. More. We do have our new city signs that came in.
We do,
They did come in, I gotta work on, the signs that were delivered look nothing like what they looked on where we ordered them. They're just little thin aluminum signs. We'll have to figure out a way to get something to back them, use wood, or talk about getting Rick Shanafelt to weld me up some kind of aluminum frame that will go behind them. But we just got them the other day, and I'm still working on the best way to get that done.
These are the signs that are at each entrance of the city on Highway 431. They
They're
will
really
replace
pretty.
the old brown ones that the homemakers did several years ago.
we have permission to put them on people's property.
We're still working on gathering that permission. I sent a letter out to one community member and have not heard back. And, I need to talk to the other person that we were thinking about. I need to talk to Larry about that. So wait on after the meeting.
Terry, you got anything? Jim?
I was gonna say, thank you for you and Vicky for